Roll call?
Bob Zurich, John Freitag, Bob Kleppel,
Here.
Kevin Creedy, Tessie Steffens,
Here.
Sparky Stuckenschneider,
Here?
Jeannie Miller-Wood,
Here.
Dave Waymeyer, Betty Werner,
Here.
Gavin Woolley,
Here.
Al Bear,
Here.
and Jeff Packey.
Pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the minutes from our February 14th meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve. Second.
A motion by Tessie, second by Betty. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Your report, Wayne?
All right. Bear with me, I had a number of things to go over here, so I'll try to get through them fairly quickly here. Feel free to ask questions along the way or at the end. Lafayette Plaza Park, just an update. We're getting ready to install landscaping there soon and the rocks that go on the backside there. So I was there today. It's still a mess, but soon it will look nice. Miller Post, we're finishing composting the trails up there. We have about 15 more tandem loads of compost to haul in, which will be about a day or two of work.
Got plenty of compost now.
Yeah. And then we'll be finished there, and the whole thing will be composted for the first time. That's new trails and the existing trails that we had, so that'll be good. Riverfront parking lot is set to be paved soon. I don't know exactly when. We're just waiting on the asphalt company to open. And there will be concrete curbing in there for islands and future lights, parking lot lights down there. So that's moving along. And then in addition, then the boat trailer, I think I mentioned that last meeting, boat trailer parking lot there will also be paved at the same time. I know you guys are aware, or were aware, we had the West Trail closed for a while when the Corps engineers were adding rock to the west riverbank there, and that's complete. They did a very nice job, and that should set us up for many years, I think. Lake Fountain, is out, but it should be getting back soon. They're rebuilding the motor. I would have thought that it'd be here by now, but it's not. But we're checking on. I mean, we thought it was going to be here last week, but it's not. But we've paid about $6,000 to get the motor rebuilt. It wasn't under warranty any longer. We're hoping that this will hopefully be the last time. Knock on wood. We'll see.
What's the life expectancy of those things?
I don't know. I mean, this was purchased before I got here, but
Been the third time.
yeah, they bought like the upgraded motor and all this stuff because it was supposed to last longer, and we
They
just,
say that the installation's not big enough on the wire?
they found some wiring in it that didn't have insulation on it.
It seemed to me that company should stand behind that.
That's what I thought too, but I mean, they've replaced it 3 times. I guess this is
Right.
the final straw.
Do we get any kind of warranty again, or is it stick it in and 3 days later?
No, I think we're past warranty. I mean, that's what the
But
first.
with the
3 times.
rebuild, I didn't know.
Oh,
if they'd
from
give
the
a-
pump
A
company?
90-day or something.
That, I don't know. I would think that they'd have something. I haven't asked or checked on that, but I can. We have a new hire starting the week of March 25th, and this would be a new position that we haven't had, which is being funded by the marijuana tax, so that's good. Athletic field work's beginning with the nice weather. Tree work is winding down. Landscape bed work is, we're probably in the middle of that, getting close to the end of cutting back all the grasses and everything. Pool card update. We've sold 94 passes to date, which is good, at a discount. Day camp numbers, we have 214 kids registered over the 9 weeks, so we're about half full. And then Easter egg hunt's coming up. And Robins, so it's March 23rd, so not this weekend, but next weekend, the following weekend, I should say. 9 a.m. Midway soccer field there. We're looking for volunteers, 7:30 to 8 a.m. to hide eggs at Midway, and then 8:30 to 9:15 to help man the field and give out prizes. So if anyone's got some extra time, hopefully it's a nice warm morning. We sure could use your help with the Easter egg hunt.
It's always freezing.
Nope.
I know.
It's always cold.
And the
You're
grass
making
is,
it sound good.
But they still come.
Yeah, they-
Oh, yeah. they do.
and the grass is adequate on the Midway?
Yeah, they cut it this week or tomorrow, or it will be cut this week in preparation for it. And it's been aerated, seeded, fertilized, all already this spring.
Pretty nice stand of grass considering all factors.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're babying it along. We just probably need some rain now, a little bit of rain.
Wayne, what are the times on that Easter egg hunt, once again, please?
It starts at 9 a.m. and then it's like a free-for-all.
Okay.
Oh, the ones I gave you, sorry. 7:30 to 8 to hide the eggs, and then 8:30 to 9:15 to kind of man the field and check in and help with, all that good stuff. Give out prizes.
And to hunt?
If you'd like,
Yeah.
I'm sure she won't yell at you.
It's over pretty quickly.
Yeah, it goes quick.
Can't be late.
Yeah, yeah, if you're late, you'll.
Cannot be late. Don't be late.
You're not gonna get any.
Yeah. And then I had one last thing I wanted to propose. Would you guys want our April meeting, which is April 10th? And maybe I should have just said it at the end of the meeting, but would you guys want to do an outside meeting at Riverfront Park? We could look, maybe possibly by that time, the parking lot might be done. And then I could run through and show you guys too, if it's a nice day, kind of with the trail, I'll get into that a little bit, but the Trail Connection grant, how that's all gonna work out in the park.
I think that's a great idea.
Sure, unless it's pouring down rain.
Yeah, unless it's pouring down rain or like super cold or windy or something like that.
Yeah,
Cold and windy
Perfect.
is worse than pouring down rain. We got pavilions.
Sparky brought the chocolate to February 14th. Maybe we should have some peeps when we go.
Ask Wayne where they are. Ask him.
Well, if you go.
AC, where are they? Where's they chocolate?
they ate them all.
Oh, yeah, that's long gone.
All right, 5:30, you wanted it 5:30?
5:30 at Riverfront Park, yeah.
On the 10th.
All right,
And-
that's all I got. So any questions?
You will notify us
Yeah.
everybody if it's off for down there, okay? Old business, plastic bag recycling and bench update.
Yes, so we have the bench already.
Do we
It
really?
came in last week, I think, when I was going
Wow.
at
That's
conference.
crazy. Hilarious.
I think it's still in a box, has to be assembled pretty quickly, but that can be done, and then it'll be placed at the library, so
Nice.
Fantastic.
that'll be, that's a nice little spot for it over there.
Will there be a little tag on it,
I don't know, or maybe we can get one, I can get one made. I think the one at my church had a tag on it, but I don't know. They didn't ask us for any like inscription.
I'm surprised Trex isn't putting a tag on it. If it's still in the box, there may be.
There
a
might
tag
be,
on it.
I kind of forgot it was over there with some of the other stuff, but,
I've gotten a lot of phone calls about that program since I've been home. And I'm just wondering how we can provide some type of, like a community service to help other people. I've already talked to Union, they called me, and, if there were some place we could put something permanent for people to put their plastic bags in, and then maybe Borgia Grade School or Lourdes, whoever wants to file the application, could, have a place where they could get their 1,000, they could get however many bags they need to get there. So I mean, I'm just throwing this out there because I just think it was an amazing program. And like I say, I've gotten calls from people saying, why can't we, where can we take our bags now? So I'm just throwing it out there to see.
Well,
Well, it was in, I think it was publicized that you
Right.
take them to Dick's, Schnucks, Kohl's, and
Walmart.
Walmart.
Well, that's what we were doing before, but I'm
Yeah,
saying about the.
Well, I think, didn't Bob Zurich
Bob
said that
Zurich is talking to Lourdes.
Lourdes is interested.
Okay. well,
he
like-
went out and talked to Lourdes, and they're interested. The one thing I was thinking about that, I would love to say that we could put a permanent place for people to put bags, but then we'd have, I mean, the trash, I mean, it worked really well for us because we were able to keep the bags
Right.
inside and that, but I do think if we just keep promoting it and they contact, just like we did, the company, they will help them. And there've been one or two articles in the paper, and also Gavin had something, I thought it was Gavin, but anyway,
Yeah,
there was
he-
something on Facebook, you know what I mean? So that was good. And maybe, like you said, if we could put a little tag on the bench, people would realize, and
Yeah.
that might spur some. And if we only get one a year, we could try it again next year again.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
maybe we'll learn some more things that we can help other community groups do it.
Hey, Wayne, will you look, or just check and see if we could put a dumpster at the recycle center?
They don't want any part of it, because if the I tried to put one of those boxes out there, and Tony about bit my head off.
It's because of all the trash,
People aren't conscientious enough about
Because it'll cost.
what they put in
separating.
there.
It's a sorting thing that they didn't want to have it out there to have it.
They don't sort anything anymore.
Oh, we do.
What's that, Wayne? Or,
You don't,
I mean, we don't sort out there like we used to, you know, it's single stream recycling from the company now. It's not the city that does it with the bins and the truck and go out there and dump
Right.
it in. So those bins are like sitting there empty right now, for most of them are.
oh, no.
They fill up pretty
No, no.
quick.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
Okay.
I think they're afraid that the bags will clog up the
You know,
contractors.
one bag in there contaminates the entire,
Yeah. Okay.
But
the
it is
entire
glass,
load.
it is separated.
But why couldn't they have a separate box just for them bags?
Well, yeah, I'm just,
They're afraid that people,
people will just
I
dump
come,
their,
I come
It's-
down with 5 bags and I throw it in the wrong container, and it's a time when somebody's not watched, and now it's
Yeah.
under the next
Yep.
thing, now it's contaminated. They'd
Yep.
rather have it separated, not that they don't want to help, but I get it. It's been a fight for them. Is it,
we can keep thinking about ways, but yeah, that's the big thing.
It would probably take something like a half of a shipping container with a, some, like those boxes that are around town for clothes, where you can just push it in, so it didn't blow out, right, and go around and dirty the community.
Well, that's funny, the bench is here already.
yeah.
Good.
Well, I kind of agree with what Gavin said before. It's not so much the bench as it is getting that plastic, keeping it out of our dumps. And
Yeah, so hopefully
Some
maybe
way
some
we
of
can-
these people that
yeah,
were bringing the bags to us now, that maybe weren't collecting them before, taking them to Walmart and Schnucks, and
Hopefully,
Yeah.
yeah.
continuing on with it.
that's what you hope for, yes.
I'd like to
And
ask
it
Schnucks
becomes
what
a
they do
habit.
with it. What does Schnucks do with it?
Send it to trucks.
It goes
They
to
do?
Trex, yeah.
that's-
That's what we were taking our
that's
bags,
where
is
it
to Schnucks.
Yeah.
And the lady was like, he was starting to get overwhelmed, because our lady, Tina, was there every day, and they're like, where are you getting all these? Like, they would just roll her out, they'd see Tina show up every day, and they're like,
Yeah.
But
I
I
think
just found it
primarily
like-
before Schnucks was getting nothing but their bags. It wasn't all of the other plastic that.
Oh, yeah.
That you could recycle,
Well, that's true.
yeah.
yeah. So, I guess we just keep pushing it.
Keep plugging away.
Well, they're gonna eventually get banned anyway, so, because, 10 states already have completely banned them, and I just spent a month in New Jersey schlepping my canvas bags to the store every time I went to the store, so it works. It really works. If you don't get bags, you don't get bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Master plan up?
Yeah, I thought I'd have an update, but I don't.
Okay,
Okay.
Still in the works.
okay.
It's all right.
New business.
well, we did have a committee meeting.
Yeah, we had a committee meeting, but I can't, and then we had a meeting
You all just introduce yourselves and,
yesterday,
you know.
yesterday afternoon, but nothing, I can fill you in later, but nothing to report.
Well, we met last week too.
Yeah, last Friday, yeah, we, selection committee met last Friday and,
And
Narrowed it down
Did
to-
an interview.
yeah, did an interview.
Yeah.
We got it narrowed down, I think, and, then Darren Lamb and I met with the company again yesterday afternoon. Made some more progress, but nothing in stone yet. He's working on some
Nothing
numbers and
finalized
things,
this
yeah.
time, yeah.
So has the design firm been or the,
No, that's what they're doing now.
No, we're
okay.
still in
Okay.
negotiation. So it might not, now we looked at the dates to take it to council, it may not get there until, the second meeting in April, I think.
I thought it was
He's
a
gotta
stretch
do-
to be there
gotta
by
do
the
some
first
more.
one anyway, so.
Yeah, do some more work. So, that's that.
Park facility rental fee proposals?
I don't really, thought I'd have an update on this too. We definitely hit our busy streak in the office. I thought I was gonna have a document out to you guys before this meeting, like emailed out, and that hasn't happened yet. We've been working on it internally. It's the ball's in my court, and I just haven't had time to get to it this week, or even last week, because I was at the conference last week. But they've been working on job compensation studies, this park master plan negotiation thing, and something else. It's been taking up a bunch of my time, but it's right there. We'll get to it. What I'll do is I'll send it out via email. I also found out, since last meeting, so I was under the impression that, I guess there was some confusion on my part on if we changed fees, like say lowered them, deposits, things like that, based on the verbiage in the ordinance that we put in 5 years ago when I started about CPI index and things like that. I wasn't sure, I was unaware, because this would be really the first time I'm doing this since then, if things had to go to council, if we were lowering fees and deposits. And I found out, like, once I asked, I was like, well, how does this get updated in the ordinance? You know, if we're lowering fees, changing fees, how does it get updated in the ordinance? And he said, well, it has to go to council. I was like, oh, I didn't realize that. Like, confusion on my part. So everything that we changed, which was a lot of lowering deposits, I'll bring to you guys, we'll review it and then take it to council and then get it hopefully in the ordinance soon, so.
so we need to review it again prior to going?
Well, it's more than just, you guys approved 3 fees last time. This is gonna be quite a
okay.
few more fees, but most of it's just, like, a lot of them, majority of them are just lowering deposits.
Gotcha,
So we have a better chance of renting some of the facilities.
gotcha.
So I don't think it'll take long, but I wanted, we were working internally, I wanted to show you in one document, like an Excel document, what it is now, and then redline it, and what we're changing it to, so you can visually see, so it's easy for everyone to understand. So that's the balls in my court. I'd need to do some final tweaking, and then I can send it out.
Okay. Arbor Day, Earth Day flyer?
Arbor Day, Earth Day flyer, so you have that with your packet. Similar setup if you guys visited us last year at the farmer's market. It'll be April 20th, 9 to 11, in conjunction with the farmer's market down there. We had very good attendance last year. When I say attendance, by the public. Handed out a lot of trees, seed packets. This year we got some bulbs. Again, we'll have little saplings to give away, and educational booths about trees and landscaping. And then new this year, Sarah Skeen, who's in the engineering department, does a lot of mapping and also was kind of taking over the MS4 stormwater stuff for the city. She's going to have, I think, a group of Washington High students there they have a kit, like a setup demonstration kit of stormwater. I haven't really seen it yet. I've seen an image of it. Anyways, the kids are going to demonstrate do a stormwater demonstration at the booth. So we'll have like one table with all our stuff, like the Arbor Day stuff and Earth Day stuff, and then another booth with the students there demonstrating the stormwater pollution demo. So if you guys can make it out, we had, like I said, really good. We have some giveaways. Everyone loves giveaways, and we had very good turnout last year. We reached a lot of people last year. And we will also be debuting, it's not next on the list, but it's the following one on the list. In front of you, I don't have one in front of me, but the calorie pair buyback program, that's just a draft, don't hand that out to anyone. that's just a draft. The final product will look a little bit different than that, but I wanted to get the information out. That's like the general ideal concept behind it. There's probably a little more verbiage that needs to go on there to clarify some things. But that would be using, I think I talked about last meeting, the tree donations from the Bernie Hillerman Funeral Fund for education. And so we're looking to buy, or kind of limit, I don't think it says it on there, is we're buying 35 trees, I believe, to give away.
Is that what,
That's what we get. We're having a little hard time getting, like, they have to be Missouri native trees, and the nurseries, we want a certain size to give out to make it worth people's while, that they get a decent sized tree. But we had like we did have red bud on there. I don't know, I think I had is it listed on there? Oh, don't get your hopes up. Wait, that's one of the edits.
Fill out this form.
It's not available, sorry.
Fill out this form and give me a 5-foot red bud.
Yeah, well, we won't have them, because we can't get them from the nursery. So I think I talked to Josh this week, there's 3 trees that we're giving out. I don't know how many's listed on there, so. But anyways, that's the general principle. I think it's gonna be a really good program, good educational program that I think Mr. Hillman would be proud of. So,
Wayne, will the trees that we buy through the Bernie Hillerman Memorial Fund, will those be 5 feet trees?
yes, will be those trees.
Okay. Now, because some
I
of
mean,
the, some of the
it
trees.
says up to 5 feet, so that means they could be
Okay,
less.
okay, okay.
Okay.
Because some of the trees are gonna be through the MDC as well, correct?
Not those, not for the buyback program. For Arbor Day, yes. The Arbor Day ones, we get free little saplings. It's just in partnership, it's really just, we asked MDC if we could put their logo on there just to make it give a little more authenticity, like it's a legit thing, but they're not supplying any trees for us.
Okay, because my guess is 35 trees isn't gonna go real far.
We'll see, I mean, it's the first year, so it is
Yep.
what it is. I wanna be able to do this
It'll go to
Gotcha.
the first 35, and
There you
next
go.
year,
Yeah.
we
Get
have
there
more.
early.
Great deal.
freeze free.
It is a great deal.
I'm like, wow.
That's, yeah,
And so they're doing this program all over the state.
yeah.
The only difference is MDC is supplying the trees for other programs,
Right.
and they're little saplings. And talking if Dave was here, he could shed a little more light on this. But in talking with MDC and the Invasive Plant Council, people go, oh, this is the tree we're getting, like big deal. Whereas we wanted it to be a little more, theirs is a little more educational, like, okay, we want you to cut down the tree, this is why they're bad, blah, blah, here's your little tree you can plant in place. We wanted ours because of the donation and all the education that Mr. Hillman did while he was alive. We wanted it to be a little more substantial tree
Right.
that people will want to plant in their front yard. So, that's that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions on Arbor Day or the buyback program? Kind of covered 2 things there.
Okay, pool management and operations, RFP.
Pool, this has not gone to the city council yet, but I wanted to make you aware, we put our lifeguarding and pool operations out to bid, and we received 3 proposals. Our recent contractor, provider, MPM, was the lowest of the 3 and the only one from the state of Missouri. The other 2 were from Georgia.
Really?
Really?
And I've ran into this in the past,
We're gonna stay local.
yeah, where they've submitted and, they do stuff all around the United States, but not very much work in Missouri. And with all the problems we've had, not last year, but recent history and all the problems that everyone else has with hiring people, I would not want to head down that path with, someone out of town. So, but that will go to city council on the 18th for their approval. So,
And trail connection design?
Hey, can I throw in one more thing about the cattle repair buyback program? On this flyer, do we mention that this has been sponsored by the Bernie Hillerman Memorial?
Oh, no, that's a good idea. No, we do not, because I was basically copying someone else's flyer there, an application, but yeah, that's a good idea. We'll make sure to get that
Okay,
added.
sorry about that.
Let me write that down real quick. All right, thank you.
Now the trail connection?
Not much of an update there. I'm working with, it's a federal grant, so it's ran through, locally, it's ran through the Missouri State Parks. They call it the grant management section. And so we went out for RFQ, received one RFQ. I can't take it to council until the state park signs off on it. My current contact that I've been dealing with this grant is out until April, and the new person's been just a new person. And so it's been a little slow, but I keep telling, it's like, the ball's in your court, we're ready to go, we're ready to start, the city's ready to start negotiating with this firm, but I can't do anything until they send me some kind of letter that says, all right, you're good to go. But I would expect that to be coming soon, and the goal is, and I've talked with the firm, would be to start the work late this fall, like November, and be done by the end of April of 2025 in preparation for the first riverfront, sunset on the riverfront in April of, towards the end of April of 2025. So that's the goal. Hopefully, all these things line up and there's no hiccups, and I can, get all the paperwork in a timely fashion, so. But things are slowly moving along on that.
Any other questions on that connection design? No. And the main stage roof project?
Yes, so the city's kind of reconvened on this project, and the city has, this is going to council on Monday. Darren Lamb's been working on a lot of this. Got involved here towards the end. We have a contract going to city council on Monday for professional design services to kind of investigate the roof, see what it's gonna cost. Kind of just explore that route, find out a little more what it's gonna cost, make sure the design is what everyone's wanting.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna reconvene to look at design again. The half-cent capital committee met again and decided to move some funds from one project to another so that we can get this kick-started. And council basically approved the other night to go back out and get a cost. It's not getting cheaper, but
Because there was a design originally.
we've had a couple different, yes, we've already laid quite a bit of funds out for design, and that rendering was attached to what we looked at the last council meeting. I wasn't here when that one was done, but I imagine they're gonna go back and revisit that and just make sure it takes
Right.
care of the needs that
Good.
everybody has listed.
I need to get that done.
The price is crazy.
It is.
That's just gonna, but I hope they get it done.
When the roof costs more than the building, you have to really question what's
yeah.
happened in the last 10 years.
God. That's crazy.
It's the world we're in.
Anything else? Any other questions on that? Any comments, questions,
I have one more
suggestions?
comment. Would you have any update on the Legion tournament? Is there anything like,
Actually, I just got a text a few minutes ago. One of the tournament directors is gonna be in town tomorrow and Friday.
Oh.
Really just kind of formality. Getsy's out of town, so Hendrickson and I think someone else is gonna take him around, just They may, show them the park and show them things like that, kind of what we have planned. Again, a formality because we had to put it all in the bid packet before. We're working towards sponsorship right now. I don't know if I reported that last time, but Rawlings has signed on to be the #1 sponsor, so that's, yeah, that's a great sponsor. And then many others, that I couldn't even list right now, from tier 2 down to tier 15, whatever. So we're looking into selling memorabilia, trying to get the logo finalized, that kind of thing. So we have that before, during, and after, as far as buying merchandise, concessions, just those kind of things, transportation, the what do we want to call that? It's like the day before dinner, so all the teams, a few of the moms, wives, or whatever, have been working on that. So it's unbelievable, but finding a caterer for August is not easy. You know what I mean? Just all those things you don't realize that, hey, we want to cater for 2 to 250, and right. So a lot of that's just kind of been the legwork at this point as far as moving forward with that. So
I got asked today in a meeting, the core meeting that city staff sits on, if they were using, they as in the Legion tournament, the auditorium for showers, and I said, well, I haven't been asked for that, but there's no showers in the auditorium to use.
Right.
But we're not, like, you talked about, I think last time you and I talked, we talked about a trailer there by the auditorium.
Correct.
For like umpires and stuff.
yeah, we're looking into a possible, what they call a job site trailer. So a couple people from town, a couple former parents, I guess you could say, that work for a large construction company in St. Louis, are looking at a donation. So, a possible 40-foot trailer where it's gonna be air conditioned, indoor restrooms, showers, that kind of thing. It's just one of the requirements for officials and
Oh, we don't have
umpires.
showers, so maybe that's where they got confused.
But on another whole conversation, so that's an opportunity. But then we're also looking at, I'm working with Justin Frankenberg, Tim Frankenberg, Mark Scornia, as far as an incident, it's an AIP, incident
Action plan.
incident action plan, sorry. I've been throwing so many numbers, but just basically, we're gonna piggyback off what the fair has and what we have for shelter and things like that. And the basement of the auditorium is used as I think it's the meeting place for the fair board if there is an incident
It's actually for the campground there.
for the campground.
Yeah.
So,
The storm shelter for the.
storm
campers will be
shelter.
behind
So we want to be able to include that for the tournament also. You're going to have a lot of people there. How does that work into that? So that's really the only basement of the auditorium. I
think
we've had.
now, I didn't realize that construction trailer was gonna have showers. I bet you that's where they got confused.
Oh, gotcha. A lot of the umpires will tell you, they're not going to use them, but it's just one of the requirements.
Because then someone was like, well, those boys, they're not gonna be taking showers anyways, they're teenage boys.
Right. But no, I mean, the work continues.
The umpires aren't gonna change in the parking lot?
Well, I think that's what they try to stay away from, Gavin. There's your number one thing there, a way to get away from, and
Do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do.
air conditioning, change, et cetera. So, but yeah, transportation, lodging, those things have been taken care of, but still meet requirements. So, sponsorship opportunities,
Golf tournament,
the Legion Golf Tournament will be in May.
I need some things for that
Flyers, yeah.
to fill out.
Gotcha. So anyway, that's, again, an update, but it's kind of all the same as good.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else. If anyone's got any other comments or questions?
Motion to adjourn?
I make a motion, is there a motion to adjourn?
You heard it.
Okay. Is there a second?
Yes. Second.
That second by Jeannie. So be it. April 10th on the riverfront. Weather,
Yeah,
Committee.
hopefully it's nice weather.
We're gonna be at the big pavilion,
So
riverfront.
Gavin,
Yeah, is that what they're planning on doing?
he still sings